What is going on, guys? This is your main man Ben here, and we are Talk Active. I work in technology field as PC tech administrator analyst for at least 10 years. I like cycling, boxing, and outdoorsy things. We generally talk about current events, technologies, sports, or sometimes by request. We are regular people with factual experiences. It would be nice if we can contribute to the universe. Let's talk about it. What is going on, guys? Another day, another dollar. We're adjusting some things in here. Technicalities of a one-man show. Some audio stuff, man. Basically, we are getting our own channel for our podcasting because I think I see the significance of, having a separate channel from reviews, from my cycling vlog, in my podcast. So I'm going to put the wall in it and just have a dedicated one because I think there's a lot more significance happening if I just focus on one channel. So we're going to create a new channel, guys. This is going to be a YouTube if you want to see the video. But today is important because we are going to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin primarily because we have spoken to this currency years ago, maybe 3 or 4. In fact, we have put in a solid video podcast, not like a podcast, like reviews and news that we put out 3-4 years ago. Excuse me. In fact, we have mining. We have hardware that generates or process some transactions. As a result, you get rewarded a cryptocurrency, which is the value of your contribution. Because what happens here is, you're basically acting like a bank. And
you are a huge nerd.
Yes. Yeah, you're acting like a bank, but you invested on stuff like hardware in, electricity. Stuttering in here. And that's what happens. So you get rewarded. But couple years back, looking at that past, man, I mean, people are really in tough waters because they're afraid. They're scared. First of all, the mainstream, which is the banks, companies, they don't like this new things. They don't like this cryptocurrency because it takes a lot of their business away, takes a lot of control. We have spoken about that. We have talked about it because we work in technology field. But then again, we can see right now people are getting into cryptocurrency again. And it's been recognized by the mainstream media. Newly Senate elected, what's her name? Senator. Let's cross-check this, man. Okay. Former Republican Congresswoman and current Bitcoin holder Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming Senate. She's a pro-Bitcoin and she believes in it. Not just that. A lot of billionaires right now stepping up into the plate. Currently, Bitcoin yesterday hit a high of 18,500, where in October it's 10 grand. I think in March, when the pandemic starts, it was $3,000. Way back 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, they had a bull run. And it hit an all-time high of 20,000. But that's going to get toppled in maybe by the end of the year or so. Maybe not, or because it's greatly being adopted by the mainstream. A lot of naysayers, man, I really don't care. A lot of naysayers are like, hey, it's a bubble. It's going to go away. These people are institutionalized people. They believe what they believe. That's what they want, and that's what they want to plant to a lot of people. But guess what? Times are different now. And this is not, 1980s where, or 1970s gold rush. Fossil fuel was still there. Yeah. But this is the age of technology, pandemic, seclusion. You're at home. stuck in your Zoom for kids here in America, for at least stuck in Google Meet, and you watching it. You're basically relying on technology to function. Hospitals, name it. Other important entities in the community is relying on technology right now. So given that fact, a lot of mainstream companies are adapting it, and saw the potential, like people like us that saw 3-4 years ago. I'm not downpointing that, but you know, if you think ahead, that's what we have a calling in Philippines. If you think way ahead, you're an addict or a drug addict because you're a forward thinker. But then again, that's how technologies or nerd work.
You are a huge nerd.
Yes. But then again, companies like PayPal adapting it. I can show you here right now. PayPal already have it in their own platform. It's crazy, man. I mean, once PayPal adapted it, a lot of mainstream went in. Banks went in. I mean, other banks like Chase and all that stuff, they do have a lot of holdings. Way back, they were funding XRP, which is some kind of a bank, or so I would say it's not decentralized. It's more an institutionalized side of, you know, I really can't right now PayPal because I'm tethered with my camera. But then again, you can see if you go in PayPal, you can see that it's there. It's working. They have that interface with Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that caboodle is there. So it's being adopted into the mainstream. They want a piece of it. They want a piece of action in it. They just don't want to leave it in Binance. Binance, by the way, guys, is the biggest stock exchange right now in Bitcoin. It has been like that because they are, I would say, more transparent. Fees are, you know, if you do trading, you know, you're not just holding. Fees are reasonable if you know how to utilize, you know, the fees or how it works. So you might want to check out on that one. We are not going to discuss that on this podcast because
shut up.
Yeah. We're not going to discuss that here because this is not going to be a tutorial for that one. But then again, Binance, speaking of Binance, man. Binance, wow. Got a news yesterday that CZ is suing. CZ is the owner of Binance. It's amazing because CZ, I know yesterday before I went to bed, he hired current President Donald Trump's attorney. And I was like, wait a minute. Why is CZ's hiring this guy? And when I woke up like 5 a.m., I saw this news. I was like, holy smokes. So CZ is suing Forbes journalist over allegations of deceiving U.S. regulators. Now, somebody gonna get paid. Somebody gonna get in trouble. Because here's the thing, man. I don't know how the deep story comes in, but, you know, the defamation over an October 29 story claiming the largest cryptocurrency, which is Binance, has created an elaborate scheme to intentionally deceive U.S. regulators. In response, CZ in November 18 in Forbes, Michael Reiter in Forbes, Michael Del Castillo and Jason Brett in New Jersey, and specified compensatory of punitive damages in the millions of dollars. So, you know, this is not the first time Binance faced this, man, but this is big because I think CZ is really going after this guy's hiring current President Donald Trump's attorney to face this allegations, and man, someone's gonna get decked out. See, the problem here is that there's a lot of gray area here in cryptocurrency, guys. But then again, it's not regulated. Nothing is regulated. That's the beauty of it. the way it works, I'll just give you a quick rundown, is that Bitcoin is the father of all currencies up here. And underneath Bitcoin, that's what we call altcoins, which is alternative coins. Technology that we talked about here is Bitcoin technology and altcoin technology. The beauty of this thing is that Bitcoin cannot be controlled by one entity. For example, this Garmin right here is the bank. The bank controls currencies, how much to print, or the federal government, in that instance, should put that in sample, how much money to print. Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is already determined. This is only the number of Bitcoin we're going to produce, which is Satoshi or other developers other than Satoshi, I don't know. It's already predetermined. For example, we're going to have only 20,000 Bitcoin. That's about it. Take it or leave it. We are not going to add 10,000 more or 10,000 more in 10 years from now. Nope. That's it. Determined. Done. It's settled. 20,000, for example, Bitcoin. You cannot produce anymore. Second, the technology of Bitcoin. You cannot track it. Whereas in a bank, you can track it. There's a beauty of it. And also there's a curse. Because if you talk about tracking, you can just go to your accounts, dates, and all that stuff. You can still do that in Bitcoin. But the way it works is that it's going to be validated on different time frame, on different servers or different miners that validates these transactions. In a bank, it's only one. That the transaction is only recorded in that one institution. For example, once again, this Garmin represents Bank of America. This is the only thing that you have record in it that you made a purchase in PayPal or in eBay or in Amazon. Name it. That's where it is. And Bitcoin is not. There's a validation period. And validation, how am I explaining this? In one city, for example, this is Bitcoin. These are the banks. There's 20 of us in one city in Baltimore. We validate all those transactions. Each of us in 20 have record that you purchased in PayPal. Okay? If you hack one bank, well, they're going to claim that you didn't pay, but you did pay. Guess what? You got 19 more people or banks that has a record. What happens here? You can just gonna get dropped in the chain, and this is going to be labeled as fake. If you talk about hacking, you can't just hack one bank. You can hack definitely a hospital server, a school server, or name it what type of server. In Bitcoin technology, you can't. Okay? If you want to change that information and take information and hold that as a hostage, you gotta hack 20 of us, one by one, in that city. On top of that, you can't just hack one city if you want intention to change the information, because we're part of a bigger chain. This is just one chain in the city in this specific time frame. You're gonna have to change this city, this city, this city, all of our city to change that information. Not just that. You're going to change all that information that's included on the bigger chain, which is, for example, Bitcoin was created for last, what? I forgot, guys. 2008? 2007? Basically, you're going to have to change, if you're going to hack Bitcoin information, you're going to have to change the current date all the way down to the past date that it was created. Hack that. There's nothing in this present time that can change that. Not a supercomputer. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is going like crazy right now. People like what? A lot of celebrities, millionaires, philanthropists are Bitcoin holders. Yesterday, I think the richest man in Mexico just declared, he just went out in public and said, hey, I got 10% of my holdings in Bitcoin. That's the richest man in Mexico. He told that everybody that, hey, this is my holdings. And that just few of the statements that solidify why cryptocurrency is here to stay. Now, I understand that you got skepticism, of how it works and all that stuff. Same as bank, man. Banks are there. No against any bank. It's there to keep our money, to, use our money in terms of, collaterals and all that stuff. Then it works. But we talk about the technology in what it can bring to the present and into moving on to the future. Basically, I don't want you to get left out. It's up to you. You got to do your own research. Educate yourself, because I believe it's not just this is just an introductory for the cryptocurrency. People are so focused on the price. The technology behind it is so beautiful, guys. You have no idea. Hospitals in other countries are already implementing this stuff. And I hope you're going to educate yourself, because, folks, you don't want to get left out on the next Bitcoin or currency. Because the way I look at it, Bitcoin already left the ship. That ship already sailed long time ago. People already bought Bitcoin 50 cents years back, or 40 cents, 25 cents years back. Already are millionaires, probably billionaires. The next story is going to be who's going to be the next one, the altcoins, the one underneath it. Because the beauty of the one underneath it, the altcoins, their technology is out of this world. And you will find out soon if you educate yourself on the basic, on the Bitcoin, and doing your own research on the altcoins will open your mind on how this thing works. And you will be surprised, but be very, very cautious. Very cautious, because there's a lot of scams. A lot. Initial public offering, initial coin offering, promises of this type of projects. And by the end of the day, they get scammed. As soon as they got their money, then it's game over. So that's what you want to look out with, because, yeah, you don't want to be SpongeBob later on, You got a lot of, promise of returns, massive returns. And, you don't want to get scammed. We're going to pause back here, guys. We'll be right back. All right, thank you for holding, guys. So here's the take. Moving on, we are going to step back on the current events. U.S. elections, I think, is determined. I know it's not yet official, but mainstream media already declared Biden as the next U.S. president. Now, here's my take on this one, man. A lot of relationship got derailed and all that stuff because of this election. And that being said, here's my only take, okay? Regardless of who you vote or who I voted, this is what I believe in. Because all the platforms, all that sales talk is done. I don't really care anymore because it's already determined. Now, this is what I believe. I'm not a saint, but I read my Bible every day. I do have my values. I'm not clouded on anybody's mindset that, hey, you gotta believe me. Nah, I got a better guide here. I am not a saint, one more time though, but my faith tells me whoever is sitting is going to be respected. whoever is in the office is going to be respected, and that is appointed by God with a reason. That's all I take about that one. Congratulations to, the party that wins, and, best wishes, man. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I hope the country moves forward, and that's what I take about it. Now, for on the other hand, the relationship that got derailed and all that stuff, man, it shows a lot. It shows a lot how strong and how fragile minds can be. Things that you can't control, but you get affected, and then I see families getting separated, torn apart because of one's belief. These politicians don't even care about you guys, and you're willing to bet your family's legacy or relationship with regards to that. That's gonna be your values, not, I'm not gonna be judge you on your worst attitude or worst, situation, but it's a statement. That's just it. But once again, the currency, man, I'm telling you, is skyrocketing right now. And I don't have that much. Just want to put that out there because I think it's hard to miss out on this specific thing, especially this crypto, man. I mean, don't miss out. Stay healthy. I know pandemic right now is going soar up. It's crazy. Numbers are so inflated. I don't know how to get these numbers, but it is there. By the way, thank you guys for subscribing. We just hit on our main channel 500 subscribers. It's not a lot, but my audiences are specific ones, cyclists and all that stuff for reviewing. But that's very big, man. I mean, thank you. But once again, guys, I appreciate you watching, man. This is going to be our first episode in our new channel. And it's amazing. Now, take it easy though, guys. Always remember, man, God is good all the time. By the way, Pokemon Go is amazing. Shout out to my main boy, Pernell. He's moving on to a different department. Kudos to you, man. And I hope you all the best, brother. Thank you for all the good, fun times that we shared. And good luck to your new position, brother, man. Thank you for this too. Peace out.